And welcome back to the Hot Lap. We are talking the battle of the upgrades coming into Austin. Yeah, I know, Austin is quite a way away, but upgrades are a coming for the Grand Prix of the United States in Austin. So, here we go. First of the upgrades we're going to talk about is basically McLaren versus Mercedes versus, Red Bull getting some upgrades, but McLaren. And they've admitted that it faces a dilemma, as you can see here on motorsport.com, on whether to introduce floor upgrades to what is arguably the best car this year at the material time. So the Woking-based team was, as you know, in an absolute class of its own, in the hands of Lando Norris at the very least. Their form as now, over the last few races, helped them take the lead in the Constructors' Championship. And as you may know, this is pretty much this is an approach that's, let's say, in contrast to many of its rivals, that they have tried floor upgrade designs. It's gone badly. I mean, it's gone badly for Mercedes since 2022 up until really this year, but they're still not 100% with their upgrades. And while McLaren's current package, it does appear to be working well, especially on high downforce venues a la Singapore. So its closest competitors, though, are yet to unleash their upgrades at the United States Grand Prix, namely Mercedes and potentially Red Bull. And McLaren concedes that there's a risk that if it plays safe and sticks with its current package, it could fall back. Now, it has been working on a development step for its car at its factory. Now, asked about the dilemma, Stella said, in fairness, that was one of my thoughts after the race. He continued, we do have some stuff in the pipeline, and obviously, when you have this kind of performance on track, you always approach things from a cautious point of view in terms of development. I guess they've got more to lose. But at the same time, he said, we need to trust the process. We need to trust the way we've been working so far. I said already that we've taken our time to make sure that once we deliver trackside, we have done our due diligence. So I don't think this will change our plans. But has it changed Mercedes' plans? They're confirming what is a fairly substantial set of clothes, as reported on planetf1.com. And that's coming from James Allison. Yeah, fairly substantial. So the sport's begun a 4-week interval, 4 weeks between races, and then we have 2 triple headers. I mean, what the heck is wrong with this calendar? But anyway, Mercedes went into the summer break off the back of 3 victories in 4 races. Yes, the Austria race. You could make an argument that George Russell was kind of a bit lucky in relation to Lando Norris and who's that other guy? Max Verstappen. But we've got this big gap, and Mercedes were the dominant car, at least in Belgium, and yes, Hamilton won in Silverstone. So when asked how Mercedes will be spending this gap between races, Allison told the team's post-Singapore debrief, we will be trying to figure out how to mitigate what ailed us this weekend, how to figure out how to make the tyres run better on these sort of overheating circuits, and we'll also be doing quite a lot of work to bring our last upgrade of the season together. We've had a fairly substantial new set of clothes for the car coming to Austin that we have will give us a decent weekend, so we've got to deliver that all ourselves, ready for the last few races of the year. Now, what's interesting is last year Mercedes had a very good upgrade. They nearly won the race and they were disqualified, at least, DQ, floor, whoops a daisy. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens at this, Austin in 4 weeks' time, mind you. So Red Bull, they are also set to get a new set of updates to fight for the title, or are they? So Red Bull Racing seems to have made a modification to the RB20 in Baku, but in Austin, the upgrades introduced should work best. Now, Monahan told GP Blog and others on Friday about the development on the car. He said, but there'll be, he said, we're hoping for something decent here, but, oh wow, what's gone wrong there? We can blend it for Austin as a potential further evolution. Yeah, all of it sits before us. The question is, how will the car perform here, and how does it perform in Singapore? It was okay in Singapore, the second best car. And potentially blend those revisions into take for Austin. So it does appear that the Red Bull will have a upgrade in Austin. It gives us the freedom to potentially do more. He said the real question is you don't force yourself doing it. The disciplined approach is to say, is it valuable enough to spend the money for it to take to Austin? I kind of think Red Bull kind of have to, really, if they want to keep Max ahead, or at least comfortably ahead in terms of points of Lando Norris. So I know it was a fairly short one today, but what do you guys think in relation to the updates? Who is going to have the fastest car in Austin? Lots of people's money are on McLaren, but never discount Mercedes, never discount Red Bull, and what we learned after Monza, never ever discount Ferrari. If you like what you see, give us a subscribe. That would be fantastic. Hit that notification button if you are subscribed so you don't miss an F1 video. Stay safe, and we'll speak to you soon. Thank you very much.